While you're sleeping, right at this very moment, 127,000 tons of cargo are crossing the skies, $18 billion changing hands every single day. An industry that moved $6.56 trillion annually in 2025, projected to reach $7.06 trillion in 2026. And there's more. A cargo plane takes off somewhere in the world every 1.4 seconds. But the most intriguing part? Always at night. And there's a logic behind this logistics that almost nobody knows. Today, you'll understand how the most invisible and most critical system of modern capitalism works. And at the end, I'll show you what would happen if it simply stopped. Why the hell fly at night? Airport slots. Do you know what that is? They're time windows to land and take off, like VIP tickets for the airport. During the day, extremely expensive. Everyone wants them. At night, up to 40% cheaper. For giants like FedEx, UPS, and DHL that operate hundreds of flights per day, this difference represents billions saved per year. And it doesn't stop there. When planes land at 3 a.m. in Memphis, trucks leave and find completely empty roads. Travel time? 30 to 40% less than during the day. A package that arrives at 3 a.m. in Memphis can be in Nashville, Little Rock, or Birmingham before 8 o'clock. Same-day delivery. That's what you pay for when you click on express shipping. All this physical and economic efficiency converges into a model that dominates global logistics: hub and spokes. Memphis processes between 1.3 and 1.5 million packages per night. Leipzig moves 500,000 nighttime items. All these hubs operate on the same principle: converge cargo during the early morning hours, redistribute quickly, and dispatch before dawn. It's a global orchestra that only plays at dawn. Another fundamental point is basic physics. Cold air is denser than warm air. Each degree Celsius drop in temperature increases air density by 0.3%. And jet engines love dense air. They consume less fuel, generate more power. A plane carrying 100 tons at 15 degrees Celsius consumes less fuel than the same plane with the same load flying at 30 degrees. Now, multiply this by 127 million tons flown per year. The fuel savings? Hundreds of millions of dollars. And there's more. Dense air means more lift. This means planes can take off with more cargo or on shorter runways. It's physics working in favor of the economy. But physics is just the beginning. The real reason is even more impressive. During the day, between 12,000 and 14,000 planes per hour occupy global airspace at the same time. At night, this number plummets. Less traffic means less congestion, more direct routes, faster landings and takeoffs. Memphis, Tennessee, during the day, second busiest airport in the state. At night, the busiest cargo airport in the world. Between midnight and 5 a.m., between 150 and 200 FedEx planes land and take off. One plane every 90 seconds at peak. 1.5 million packages processed per night. Louisville processes 300 UPS flights per night. Leipzig in Germany moves 500,000 nighttime packages. Hong Kong receives tons of electronics. Cincinnati, Amazon Air's hub, adds millions of packages weekly. And check out this number. During the 6 hours of nighttime peak, between 3,000 and 5,000 cargo flights per hour are operating simultaneously worldwide. It's literally an entire city flying while you sleep. Now, let's talk about who really makes this work. Louisville employs 13,000 employees per shift. FedEx's super hub in Memphis has thousands of nighttime workers. Leipzig, Cincinnati, Hong Kong all depend on substantial workforces operating in early morning shifts. Globally, it's estimated that between 200,000 and 300,000 people work directly in nighttime air cargo operations. Pilots, air traffic controllers, maintenance technicians, package sorters, forklift operators, dispatchers. These people work when the human body is programmed to sleep. Pilots commit up to 50% more critical errors on early morning flights. Nighttime flights register 9.5 errors per 100 hours of flight. Daytime flights, 6.5 errors. Between 2 and 5 a.m., you're at the lowest point of your circadian cycle, minimum concentration, maximum risk. The FAA, the Federal Aviation Administration of the United States, records that fatigue contributes to 20% of air accidents. These are human lives working under extreme pressure so you can receive a book in 24 hours. And while planes fly at night, maintenance happens during the day. While you're at the office, dozens of mechanics in Memphis or Louisville are disassembling engines, reviewing systems, preparing the plane for the next nighttime mission. It's a cycle that never ever stops. European and American authorities impose strict limits on work hours for pilots and controllers. Fatigue management is mandatory protocol. Each night, these teams ensure that medications reach hospitals, electronic components reach factories, and products reach consumers. Let's do a thought experiment. 48 hours, 2 days, without any nighttime cargo flights. Hour zero, the hospitals. Specialized medications, surgical equipment, laboratory samples. Most travel by plane at night. Many have short expiration dates, hours, not days. 48 hours means canceled surgeries, delayed treatments, lives at risk. Hour 12, the factories. Semiconductors, electronic components, critical parts. Apple, Samsung, Intel, these companies operate on a just-in-time system, zero inventory, everything on demand. 2 nights without flights means weeks of accumulated delays, billions in losses, production lines stopped. Hour 24, e-commerce. FedEx transports 16.5 million packages daily. UPS moves 24.3 million. Amazon Air adds millions. Together, these companies process more than 50 million packages per day globally. Without nighttime operations, the backlog in 48 hours would be approximately 100 million undelivered packages. Small businesses that depend on express shipping would lose sales. Large retailers would face massive complaints. Confidence in e-commerce would collapse. Hour 48. The supermarkets. Fresh seafood, cut flowers, organic products from distant farms. Everything depends on fast air transport to reach markets. 48 hours means empty specialized shelves. Estimated economic impact? Billions of dollars per day of interruption. And this is no exaggeration. During the pandemic, when air traffic dropped dramatically, the global economy lost trillions due to shortages of essential components and products. The machine is invisible, but absolutely vital. The global e-commerce industry moves US $6.56 trillion annually in 2025, projected to reach $7.06 trillion in 2026. This represents approximately $18 billion per day in transactions that transform into physical products at your doorstep. To sustain this, 348,000 tons of cargo cross the skies daily, and between 20,000 and 25,000 flights take off every day worldwide, most between 11 p.m. and 6 a.m. In 2024, the air cargo industry transported 275 billion ton-kilometers, a record growth of 11.3% compared to 2023. Companies are responding with massive investments. FedEx announced a $1.6 billion expansion in Memphis. UPS invested $220 million in Louisville. DHL extended its contract in Leipzig until 2053. Amazon continues expanding Cincinnati and other regional hubs. IATA projects 5.8% growth in air cargo volumes for 2025, but recognizes that geopolitical uncertainties and tariff changes could alter these estimates. Strategic air routes are essential. Anchorage, Alaska connects Asia and North America. Hong Kong serves as a Pacific hub. Dubai functions as a bridge between Europe and Asia. All these routes depend on political stability and can be quickly reconfigured by tensions between major powers. Nighttime logistics is not an additional service. It's the backbone of the global economy. It's the circulatory system that keeps everything running. While you sleep, this machine operates with surgical precision, moving trillions in goods, sustaining millions of jobs, ensuring hospitals have supplies, that factories continue producing, that your order arrives on time. So, right now, at this very moment, while you read this, 348,000 tons are in motion. 300,000 people working in early morning shifts to make all this happen. And tomorrow morning, when you receive that package, remember, while you slept, someone worked under extreme pressure to make it happen. This is the invisible backbone of the 21st century economy, and it never, ever stops.